The First Way, The Principles of Flow, Chapter 2, presented by Passy, Brianna, Cassie, Jay, and Tony. The principles of flow is creating effective circulation of projects in the workplace. So when software is being developed, progress is really difficult to see. It can make our work, if we can make our work visible, like in manufacturing a product, we can see places where we can be more efficient. Using a visual work board, like a Kanban board or a sprint planning board, makes work in technology visual. This is an example of a visual work board. This is a Kanban board. So work starts on the left and it moves to the right as work gets completed. This helps us to have a visual of progress for everybody to see. Work can be easily prioritized when you can see it, and this increases throughput. Humans cannot multitask efficiently. Time is wasted as brain space is divided between tasks or projects. Focusing on one project at a time has proved to be more time-saving than having multiple projects going on at once. So as we limit tasks, developers can work more efficiently. Developers can prioritize problems when they are not multitasking. Reducing batch sizes means instead of working with large batches, which can increase the work in progress, we work with single, smaller batches. What this does is reduces waste for a company. We can also catch errors in the code earlier, and that saves the company lead time.
Continuing on, we have reduced the number of handoffs. So when it comes to any workplace environment as well as computing, we have many different teams that are involved. A handoff occurs when a project moves from one team to another. What happens sometimes in these instances is when a project moves from one team to another, data can be lost, or in some cases, a team is already taking care of a project and is unable to complete the project until the one that they're currently on is finished. Reducing the number of handoffs is important because it allows us to avoid some of these situations where we end up losing this data or we create these bottlenecks. So the goal is to reduce as many handoffs as possible. After this, we also have continually identifying and evaluating constraints. Put simply, constraints are rules that our systems must obey. These rules are basically like the governing body of a computer or a workplace that allow us to be able to continually move through, or allows information to move through according to what it's supposed to do. What we do here is we identify what are these constraints, what are causing these bottlenecks, or how these rules are being used. And in order to keep the flow, we must break these constraints. This doesn't actually mean break the system. This means get rid of bits that are causing the information flow to slow down. After that, we continually identify more constraints, find more bottlenecks, fix these bottlenecks, and then repeat this process. So this is a constant effort. Moving on, we have eliminate hardships and waste. Hardship and waste in the software development is anything that causes delay for the customer. The use of any material or resource beyond what the customer requires and is willing to pay for. Examples of hardship and waste are partially done work, like incomplete work in the waiting for queues, extra processes and additional work that adds effort and increases lead time, extra features, it's called gold plating, task switching, alternating between projects and adding effort and time. All these are examples of hardship and waste because what they do is they are extra things that are not necessarily what the customer has asked for. We also have waiting, increasing cycle time due to pause resources, motion, add effort to handoff between work centers, defects, waste created from missing information and provisions, non-standard or manual work, efforts required for non-automated systems. As well, a little added extra bullet here is heroics. This is acts, and it's kind of a funny word, but these are acts that are done by individuals, where they're working themselves a little bit too hard at the end of the day. And they're just trying to add on extra things that they need to complete, to achieve their goals and such. All of these, what they do is they break down our workflow environment, and they can cause extra money. The cost goes up, productivity goes down, and in general, we end up having a less flowing work environment. Overall, the whole point of flow, from our, the principles of flow, is to help everything run smoothly. We want to be able to make our company and our systems as effective as possible, but at the same time as cost effective as possible. Because when it comes to any company, in order for this company to survive, we have to be able to cut down these costs. We have to be able to, make money, but at the same time, creating a worthwhile project. So all of these are all principles of flow.